So today I'm a man on a mission. I've been living at my parents' during lockdown for the past 4 months, and in all that time I've had to survive without a pizza cutter. And so my mum went into town the other day and bought a pizza cutter from the market, and I could tell straight away that it was a cheap thing and it wouldn't last too long. But I used it yesterday for the first time, and that's what happened. So today I'm going to go and see if I can get my money back, because that cost all of £2, which was more than the actual pizza cost. So let's see how we get on. So I made it into the city centre. I walked down City Road and then Duke Street. I didn't do any filming of that because I did that same journey a few weeks ago, and that's on another video. So here we am. I'm just at the top of Castle Gate, where the old castle market used to be, and I'm stood in Fitzalan Square, which is pretty empty because none of the shops are open apart from a betting shop. That used to be the old post office, which now says Sheffield Institute of Arts on it. I don't know what that is. I didn't realise that that building was actually being used. That was part of the Hallam University. I'm going to walk past that in a second. So this guy's been here for many years. This is fine news man. Edward something. Edward the 7th, I think. Obviously nothing to do with the slave trade, because he's still here and he's not being vandalised. And oh, Easy Hotel over there. I didn't know but that was a thing. That must have opened while I was in Southeast Asia. I walked past that the other day and never even noticed it. I guess because I was walking right next to it. Right, so I'm going to walk a different way through town today. So there used to be a pub on that corner called the Moor many years ago. That's long gone. That's pretty much everything's shit around here. So this is the old post office, and now it's part of the Hallam University, Sheffield Institute of Arts. Didn't know about that. Just down there is Pond Street and the train station.
It's like a pawn shop, but it's called One Below.
New coffee shop here. Didn't know that was a thing. Hyge.
You need a policeman or something.
There's got a few new things around here that I didn't know existed. Sheffield's newest cafe. Only just opened. Not the best time to be opening a coffee shop. And this has changed a bit as well. This is all open now. It used to be covered. Where the stairs are, that was in between some buildings. Always used to stink around here. People used to use this area as a toilet. But yeah, it's been opened up now. Nice spot for skateboarders. Okay, so this is Tudor Square. This is home to main theatres in Sheffield. So just here to my left we've got the Crucible Theatre. That's best known for hosting the World Snooker Championships. It's closed now for obvious reasons. And here we've got the much better looking Lyceum Theatre. I've never been there once to see the Rocky Horror Picture of all things. Never really been a fan of that, to be honest. And seeing the show didn't change my mind one bit. And here's a smaller theatre. This is the Central Library in Sheffield. And just underneath it, not many people know about this, I don't think. You've got the Library Theatre. Yeah, just information there telling you that all the libraries are closed from March the 20th. There's another note saying that they're working hard to welcome you back soon, and that was on the 3rd of July, so obviously still closed. I once did a gig there, played there once with a David Bowie tribute band called the Bowie Contingent. People from Sheffield will probably know who they are. It was a good venue, it was a cracking gig. There's also an art gallery and a museum in this place, which would have been nice to walk around, but unfortunately everything's closed. So, and just here's the Millennium Gardens.
Hello, darling.
Don't think he was talking to me. Who's this guy? Thomas Bolsover, inventor of Old Sheffield plate, made the chance discovery of the fusion of copper and silver on this site in 1743. This invention created a thriving industry and helped Sheffield prosper. Quite an important historical chapter. Doesn't look like this is open. No. Closed until further notice. That's a shame, because it's nice in there. There's a few galleries and stuff in there as well. Lots of history of Sheffield. Oh well. So that's Tudor Square. People outside the pubs there, everything's open now. Pubs, cafes, restaurants, well, everything's allowed to be open, but not everything is. This restaurant's not open. And most of the pubs that I would go to are not opened yet. It's only the bigger ones, the Weatherspoons, or Neverspoons as I prefer to call it. Travel Experts, that's new. That used to be a Wicker herbal store, which is for many years after it moved away from the Wicker. I'm presuming that's gone now. It's a shame. So this is the one side of the Sheffield Town Hall. What I would have done is walk through the Millennium Gardens and then come out at the other side, which brings you into the Peace Gardens, but it's closed, so that's why I'm coming this way. So just over there to my right, that's the Peace Gardens, which I'm going to walk through now. Guessing it's an alright day today. It's not blistering hot, but it's not raining, so I'm guessing there'll be a few people sat chilling out, hopefully social distancing. It's still fairly quiet, even though the coffee shops and things have opened back up, bars and stuff. Yeah, as expected. Quite a few people chilling out in here. This is the town hall. And this is the Peace Gardens. Some rules there, social distancing rules. Looks like everyone's keeping to the rules, just sat in small groups or couples. During the summer there's lots of events take place in the Peace Gardens, gigs and markets and things. Been to a few international food markets in there, and a few concerts. Played there a few times when one of the tramlines stages used to be there. I played there with the band I was in called Jungle Line, ska reggae band. Always did good gigs there. Alright, so this is the main entrance to the town hall, which is a pretty beautiful building to be honest. If you do come to Sheffield, city centre's not amazing, but if you do come, always look up above the shops, because the buildings, all the buildings are pretty impressive, but you don't get to see them because you just see the shop fronts. I can hear someone busking away. Not heard a busker for a while. Okay, Holland & Barrett. I'm going to go in here because I need some soya. Hi. Where would I find the soya? Took my sunglasses off, but no.
All okay there at the moment?
I'm looking at something. Can't recognise the brand. They're really big. So they're all round.
Right, so all I sort of, it might be a bit further down, possibly. Wasn't any of these, was there? Oh, yeah, sorry.
This is what I'm looking for.
Which one is it you wanted? That one? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Put that at the top.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's that one next to it. I can't read it.
Can't get past. Sorry. That's okay.
You're getting on okay at the moment.
That's all I need, thank you.
Shout if you need anything.
That's alright, just this, thanks.
What I need you to do is just bring it onto the scanner for us.
Just here, yeah?
Please. Brilliant. Do you have a points card with us?
No, it's okay, thanks.
Are you okay for a bag today?
Yeah, that's fine, thank
Do
you.
you need any vitamin D or hand sanitizer?
I'm all good, thanks.
That's $1.99 then, please.
Lovely.
Thank you. Do you need your receipt?
No, that's fine, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Bye. Sorry. Sorry, two people in the space of 30 seconds asking me if I've got any change, which I would always give a bit of money to people. I know there's the argument that you shouldn't give to people, but I always used to until I moved into the city centre, and then it was just impossible because you just nip out for a bottle of milk or something, and if you give to everyone it costs you about 20 quid. But also I use contactless now, so I never have any money on me. I guess the contactless payments is the worst thing that could have happened to homeless people who rely on people giving them a bit of small change so they can buy food and drink or alcohol or drugs or whatever it is that they want to buy. I don't care, I'm not making that judgment call. I don't tell people who work for a living what they should spend their money on, so why should I do it to a homeless person? Anyway. Okay, so here we are at the Sheffield City Hall. Seen a few concerts there. And this is the War Memorial. I had booked a concert to go to see a David Bowie show. Not the David Bowie, obviously, but some kind of like tribute show just before I was due to go off travelling around Europe, but then obviously the lockdown happened, and so that never happened. It was, I read the other day that the Sheffield Arena and the City Hall might not actually reopen, so which that would be a real shame. And this is the memorial that the EDL came to lay a wreath for Lee Ridley, and I was there in the counter protest. That was an interesting afternoon. EDL hijacking Lee Rigby to promote their vile ideologies, and they weren't allowed the first time, and then a week later they were allowed, and the police cordoned the whole area off so they could come and lay a wreath for Lee Rigby, which, you know, no problem with anyone laying a wreath for Lee Rigby, but why do you have to do it underneath the EDL banner? Why can't you just come and do it? It's fairly obvious what they were here to do when, as they were walking down to the memorial, quite a big percentage of them were giving Nazi salutes. Seems a bit busier than it was a few weeks ago. I guess that's because the pubs are open. Well, at least some of them are. Wetherspoons are, obviously. People's health is not Wetherspoon's priority. This monument dedicated to the women that helped during the war effort, both World Wars. Right, okay, so just leaving this area now and heading up Division Street. Spots painted gold to celebrate Jessica Ennis, who was the gold medal winner in the Olympic Games. Right, so this is the first time I've been in town when the pubs have been open.
Yeah, we've got tables. Is that right, right? We've got, if you don't want to carry it today, go around the
Sushi. Very nice. And they get their fish from the guy over there, Simmonites, which I'll be passing on the way back. So many years ago, this Division Street was always kind of the alternative street in Sheffield. It used to get called Sheffield's answer to Carnaby Street because it was all independent shops. And there's still a lot of independent shops on here, but it has changed quite a lot in the last few years. I like them soaps, they're probably very expensive though. It's an expensive shop, that one. Nice clothes in there. Ooh, lychee popping coals. Just bubble tea. I've been spoilt in Southeast Asia because they're doing a passion fruit tea there. It's £3.75 for a small, and in Southeast Asia I pay about, I don't know, for 50 pence or something. So I'll wait until I get back to Southeast Asia before I indulge in such activities. So this bungalow and bears on the right hand side, it's open. It's quite a decent pub, got some deep good beer on in there. Again, information on the outside about social distancing. The road being closed certainly helps out this coffee shop. Copper pot. New one on me, that one. Looks like the Lucky Fox chicken place is open for takeouts only. Somewhere around here there's a plaque to do with Jarvis Cocker falling out of one of the windows of the flats that are above the shops. I think it's some of them on the left hand side, but I think I've missed it. So, and over here, let's take you to look at this. This went up just after David Bowie died in 2016. And immediately got a big backlash on the internet from people saying it looks absolutely nothing like him, which, to be fair, it doesn't really look a great deal like him, but still like it. It's nice. People are always critical of other people trying to do something positive. I think he then came back and put a message on there, which you can't see because of the road ahead closed sign. He put a message up, something to do with love the haters or something like that. It's on Google Maps anyway, so if you're in Sheffield and you like infamous street art, then that's on Division Street, and just up from there is this, which is much better. I think this is Flem. I can't see his name anywhere, but he's got art pieces all around the city, and his stuff is really good. And you can, there's a website, Sheffield Street Art .co.uk, I think, and it's got all the locations. It links into Google Maps. It's got all the locations and of all the various street art around Sheffield, of which there is tons. You'll be surprised actually just how much there is, and some really good ones as well. And when I was travelling around Southeast Asia, there were many places where there was some great street art. Off the top of my head, Georgetown was really good for that, and Ipoh, again in Malaysia. Glasgow has got some fantastic street art, and we used it as a way to kind of get around the cities. And then I got back to Sheffield. That's right.
Yes, I will, but as I come back.
It is.
Can I have 2 things?
What?
No, I won't be that. I'm just starting the show.
Alright, you're going to have some money?
I'm going to have 60 minutes.
I've got no money, mate. I don't carry contactless anyway.
Nice
Have a good time.
Cheers, man.
Alright,
Mate's just fucked off with a few of my possessions. I'm not happy.
Contactless now, isn't it? It's no good for it, isn't it? See you later, man. Definitely knew he was going to ask for money. Needs some money for his next can, I guess. I'm going to go down here because I think there's some more street art. In fact, I'm absolutely sure there is, because I've been down here before to look at it. I could do a street art vlog actually, that would be a good thing to do, because it will get me about all over the city, show you some of the back streets of Sheffield, and some amazing street art. That's quite nice. It's not the one I've come down here for though. That one's here at the back of this building. Can't get up close to it, but I can show you it. Flame again, I think. Same artist as the one from earlier. That's the back of an old second-hand books and records shop called Rare and Racer, which closed down a couple of years ago because they were built. Developers bought the buildings probably to turn into more student flats, which is a real shame because it's been there, or it had been there, for many years, and it was a great place to buy books and records and all kinds of other things. First time I heard Sun Ra was in there, just playing as I walked in. I asked the guy who it was because I'd never heard music like that before at that time, and he told me it was Sun Ra. So I went. I didn't buy from him because he'd only got vinyl in at the time. I didn't have a record player, but I did then go off and buy some Sun Ra music. Bought a few CDs from him, some books. Unfortunately it's shut down now. Green Room pub, that doesn't look like it's opening anytime soon. I think a lot of these places are using the lockdown as a time to do the places up. Couldn't get my words in there. Yeah, this is the old Rare and Racer. So it closed down a couple of years ago. Nothing's been done with it yet. So that big main road where the guy was asking me for money, that was West Street, which is a popular place for drinking, certainly at the weekend. Wouldn't recommend it. It's very laddish up there. It's not a place I particularly go to anymore. Oh, new sushi restaurant. Right, I'm going to walk through Devonshire Green. A lot of people enjoying a drink now. That's Devonshire Green. People chilling out, enjoying the bit of sun that we're having. How you doing, man? Just to the left, that's the Forum, which used to have lots of independent shops in there. Used to be on 2 floors, and then over the years it's just got smaller and smaller, and it's pretty much, there's a few stores in there, but it's mainly just a bar now. And that's the beer garden, where the guy shouted hello. Don't know who he was. He was just being friendly, which is nice. And that's Devonshire Green. Played a few times on there as well, with the tramline stage on the Peace Gardens moved onto this. So I played a couple of times with Jungle Lion, and played once with the band called Boona that I was in. So yeah. Yeah, just down here is a pub called the Devonshire Cat, just on our left hand side, which has been a victim to the coronavirus. It's not opening up again, which is a shame, because one of the best pubs around here, certainly. Had lots of craft beer and stuff, nice food, but decent food, and it always seemed popular, but no, it's closed for good. So that'll probably be turn into some kind of little market type place, I would imagine. There's a lot of student flats around there. Walk this way. Walk this way. I'll probably not be able to upload this video now, I've just sang that. YouTube's ridiculous copyright laws. It's crazy, I just don't get it at all. I've been in uploaded videos like from Vietnam where some guy was playing in a bar. He was doing a cover version of a Queen song, and they wouldn't let me put it up because of copyright, which is just crazy. And there's been other videos where there's been music on in the background and it won't let me put it up because of the music that's on in the background. And yet you go onto YouTube and type in the name of any song and you get dozens of people doing cover versions of it. So I don't know, I don't get it. Surely if music's just on in the background, then you know, it's not really a problem. Right, so this is the Washington pub, famous pub in Sheffield. They have bands on in there. It's a very small band area and dance floor. Great nights in there though. They stay up until 3 o'clock, I think. Nice big beer garden at the back, which obviously I can't show you, but one of the better pubs in the city centre. Although the door staff are bloody arseholes. I don't know if they've done anything about that, but I remember one of the last times I went in, I got a beer from the bar, and literally before I'd even walked away from the bar, the door staff were telling me to drink up because they were closing. And I said, well, I've literally just bought this beer. I'm stood at the bar, I've not even left the bar. You've served me a beer and now you tell me I've got to drink it up. But can't argue with bouncers. So yeah, hope they've sorted that out. Just over to the back of these buildings there's some great street art as well, but that's for another vlog. I need a drink at some point. Not far away from the market now. Keep walking straight down here. This will bring me to the bottom of the moor, and that's where the moor market is. Clues in the name. That used to be decent. Sushi Express. Used to be very good, in fact. Used to be the best sushi in Sheffield. But the last time we went, they changed the menu, and they used to do platters, which are real good value, and then they got rid of them, so it was more expensive, and the sushi had gone downhill. So I don't know if we got a change of ownership. But yeah, it was always very difficult to get served and pay your bill and everything in there. The staff were all over the place, even when it was good. But you don't mind that when the food is as good as what it was. But yeah, it definitely had gone downhill the last time I went, which was over 2 years ago. So it may have improved again. If anybody goes there, let me know what it's like. Okay, so we're just coming to the bottom of the moor now. It's a place called the Cabin, which is open, but it's already closed down. They close at 3. Good waffles in there. Nice coffee as well. Nice weather now. I didn't for 1 minute think that the weather might change. When I left the house it was dry. I've only got a small jacket on, but yeah, it's turned nice. Right, here we go then, bottom of the moor. So I'm only going to walk up as far as the Moor Market and see if I can get my money back for this pizza cutter. Pretty much everything is open now. Only the odd shop that's not open yet. Right, here we go. Hi, my mum came in earlier on this week and bought this pizza cutter. And that's the first time we used it last night. Okay.
What price?
Say again? It was £2. Yeah. Thank you very much. Cheers. Well, that was successful. Yeah, no questions asked, just give them the money back straight away. I don't know if she has many people returning them. I would imagine she probably does, or people might just not bother with it, only being £2. So yeah, that was good. And another thing is I actually got my pork neck as well. I just asked them, which I didn't do last time. I just looked to see what they got on display, but I asked them this time, and he said he got pork shoulder, which goes into the neck. So the top part of this big piece that he showed me was the neck. So he said it looked like a neck, which means that I can make mooping. So and it was only £5.80 for a kilo. Big chunk of pork I've got in my bag. So I'm just going to check the recipe for mooping, make sure I've got everything else that I need in there, and I'll be making that this week. I've never made it before, so I don't know how successful it will be, whether it'll taste anything at all like the mooping that you can buy on the streets of Thailand. But I'm going to give it a go, so I'm looking forward to that. Right, I'm going to walk up to Ozmen's now on London Road. So I'm sat at the bottom of the moor now. I've had a successful shopping trip so far. Managed to get my pork neck. So I've been making my thing, and I've managed to get my savoury soya mint, so I've been making a veggie chilli. So one extreme to the other. Life is all about balance. So I'm just about to go to London Road now. I'm sat outside the Queer Junction. This is the gay quarter of Sheffield. So you've got the Queer Junction. I've never been in there. That opened a couple of years ago, I think. And then next to that you've got Dempsey's, which has been open for many years. And I'm now going to walk up London Road and then take a left turn to go to the Ozmen's Continental Superstore. Not sure what I need from there, to be honest. I've just checked the ingredients for mooping and I've got everything I need. All I needed was the pork, which is a vital ingredient for mooping. I've got everything else: fish sauce, coriander, oyster sauce, soy sauce. Oh, I need some coconut milk, that's what I need. So that's what I'll be buying from Ozmen. I'm going to check out the spices as well, see if they've got any star anise. If they have, I might make a boona tonight. If not, it's going to be a Rogan Josh, because the only thing I need to make the boona is star anise. And last time I went to Ozmen's, they only had huge bags of it, and I only ever use it when I'm making a booner, so I don't need that much. So I'm going to see if they've got small bags of star anise, get some coconut milk, and then that's me done. And then I need to somehow make my way back home. I don't know whether to go for the tram or the bus. I'm not sure which will be the best one. I think I'll probably go for the tram, but they do restrict the amount of people that can get on it, so and I'll be getting on it not in town but just outside of town, so most people will be getting it from town, so I don't know how successful that's going to be. I hope it's going to be successful because it's 4 o'clock now and I need to be back home for 5:30 to watch Sheffield United play Chelsea. That kicks off at 5:30, so I want to be back by then. Should be okay. If I can get on a tram, then there'll be no problem. Need to get some beers as well for tonight, so I'm pushing it a bit. Of course, that's just changed to red. It's quite windy now, so the audio might not be very good. On my new GoPro, I bought a cheaper version of a GoPro for £40 off Amazon, and it's okay, but I decided to go for the real thing. That's safe to cross now. Yes, I decided to spend a bit of money and get a GoPro 8. Oh, it's on red. And so far I'm pretty impressed with it. I've only used it a couple of times, but the stabilisation is much better than the cheaper one that I bought, which you'd expect because this one cost £300. But the stabilisation good, the quality's good, the audio is much better. On the other one, just to go like that, it made a horrible crackling noise, whereas this one, the audio seems to be pretty good. So I think this is on. Is this going to change to green now? It is. I don't know why they decided to put the green man there rather than up there where everyone can see it. Used to be a coffee shop come laundrette there, Mr. Bubbles, which is one of my favourite coffee shops in Sheffield at the time. It closed down while we were in Southeast Asia, which is a shame. Although there's a new one open here, the Express, not been there. Right, so this is London Road. Much better place to go out for a drink than West Street. Have live music up here and DJs. Lots of Continental restaurants. Got Chinese, traditional Chinese there. There's a Thai one that I just walked past. Lots of ice cream places opening up on here. The infamous Chinos, which just never closes. So whatever time of day or night you fancy a snack, you can always rely on Chinos being open. Chinatown restaurant. Peri Peri chicken over there. Kebab Express, that's closed. This is a bad road, this one. It's definitely not pedestrian friendly. Kebabish closed, but there is another one there, Kebabish Express. They just moved then basically. Coffee shop. A Jacket Potato shop. Then we get Italian pizza, Caribbean spice, cake shop, tacos, sushi. Albion pub's closed. New Italian restaurant opening up there. And Kurdistan Bakery, which is very good. If you like your shawarma and tikka, lamb kofta, that's the place to go. And that's where I leave London Road, because Ozmen's is just down here. There is an Ozmen's on London Road. That's not the one I'm going to though. This is that was the one that opened first, and that's where I used to go to get all my spices and stuff. And then about 3 years ago, I think, they opened the Ozmen Superstore, which is just down here. Oh yeah, here it is. I was thinking I'd come off the wrong turn then, but no. So the Ozmen Superstore. So I'm going to keep the camera rolling in here, because when I bought my other cam, I did ask if I was allowed to vlog in here, and I spoke to the manager. He was very nice. He not only did he allow me to film, but he was giving me tips on software and hardware to buy, and other vloggers to check out. And yeah, so I'm guessing I can still vlog. He did say try not to get people on here, so I'm just going to point at the produce. There's no queue, which is good. I'm going to put my mask on. So here we go, Ozmen Superstore. Forgot what I need. What was it? Coconut milk. There we go. And there's something else. Pistachios. Goji berries? No, barberries. Oh, there. Sorry. Just walk you around. Don't need anything from here. So there's a fruit and veg. Got the fish here. And the meat. Drink, that's what I need. Want something a bit unusual. Passion fruit. I'm gonna go for that. Remember these things. Basil seed drinks, they're really nice. Okay. I think I need a basket. Always end up buying more than I need in this place. Garlic naan. You get this one? Or this one? This one looks nice. You can get some of them. Here's a 3. So here you've got all the Turkish bread and baklava. What are these things? Flat crispy bread. Okay. halloumi. Get some halloumi. What's the date on it? Oh, December. Okay, I'm going to get some of that. Some grilled halloumi. Flat mushrooms. That'd be nice. Is that the cheapest one? Lemon tea. Chickpeas. No, I'm not going to bother with the chickpeas. Excuse me. What did I need? Coconut milk. Don't know what that is. Look at the spices. Right, I'm looking for star anise. Oh, I got bay leaves. £1.19, is that for this? It is. I'll get some of that. Certainly got a lot more than they did the last time I came. Back to normal now, I think. Where's the star anise though? They've just got so much stuff. Ground anise, cinnamon sticks. We need some cinnamon sticks, but I don't know how much they are because that's none of the prices match up to what's actually on the shelf. So I don't want to pay too much for it. Oh, star anise. There's the huge bag again, which I don't need that much. I thought it would be around here somewhere. Cloves and cinnamon. Can't really see it. Okay, I'm going to give it a miss. Looks like it's Rogan Josh tonight. Right, coconut milk. Well, they definitely will have coconut. Oh, there we go. Right in queue. How much? 89 pence. Oh, there's another one there for 79. Get that one. Right, so that's a successful visit to Ozmen's. So now I'm going to try some of this passion fruit juice. I needed that. not quite as good as the fresh passion fruit juice that you can get in Southeast Asia, but it'll do. Right, I think the plan now, let's see what time it is. "4:30, got an hour to get back home to watch Sheffield United. Oh, Holland Cafe, another place that's not going to be open, which is a shame because that was a nice place as well. Yeah, so the plan was to go to the tram stop and get the tram and then go and get some beers and then get back home. But I'm actually nearer to the bus stop, but the bus drops me pretty much right outside our house, so I need to get some beers. But there is an off licence near the bus stop here. That Ozmen's that I've just been in don't sell alcohol, the one on London Road does, but there's an off licence down here. But it would make sense to get some beers now and then get straight on the bus. I think I've more chance of getting on the bus, to be honest. But it depends what beers they've got. I don't know if they have any craft beer or anything like that. I think it might just be Carling, Foster's, Budweiser type stuff. I'm definitely not drinking that. So, well, I'm going to walk down to it anyway and see what they've got. I mean, there's a supermarket here, a Spar, but I'm pretty sure they don't sell alcohol in there. There is another off licence actually, just to the other side of the Sheffield United ground. It's a little bit out of my way, but I know they do sell like Polish beers and stuff, so it might be worth walking up there. Not got a great deal of time. So here we are, this is the Sheffield United ground. On my right, you can see the Blades. There'll be all the players will be in there getting ready for the match against Chelsea. Some other bad roads to cross. I think I could go for it now. So normally about this time, 4:30, an hour before kick-off, it would be absolutely buzzing around here. Strange to think that there's a Premier League football match about to take place. So stewards. Why do you need stewards? Why do you need stewards when there's no crowd?
This is fans trying to either get in or getting together.
Oh, right. I read about that and I thought, why would you want to be stood outside ground rather than watch it match on cellar?
We've had 6 about half an hour ago at the top on Cherry Street.
Really?
Yeah, but they were Chelsea fans.
Oh, right,
They
good.
can't get to see it because coaches are blacked out.
Yeah.
The coaches come right down here to the top of the north. So
They've come all that way to... It's crazy, isn't it? I mean...
Just asked us if either getting back home, and it's wait down the airport and flying back off. They thought they were going to go down on train.
Yeah.
You see that football players on the train.
It's mental, isn't it? Hopefully another good result today anyway.
I hope so.
I'm going to get back home now. It's about an hour. Is it 5:30 kick-off? Ah, alright. Cheers, mate. Crazy. People come all the way from London to stand outside the football ground. Prince Andrew is still and then it's been rubbed out. I'm guessing it wasn't a nice thing that they've called in there. How much to let me in to watch it? Right. Do you take card? Right, so there we are, Sheffield United, pride of Sheffield, back in the Premier League. Yeah, everybody predicting them to not only go down but to finish bottom and get the least amount of points in Premier League history, and they've certainly proved their doubters wrong anyway. Had a great season, played some good football, took 4 points off Arsenal, 4 points off Tottenham, 4 points off Wolves. Right, this is the shop. I'm going to have a look, see what beer they've got. Well, that was successful. They didn't have any craft beer, but they did have some Polish beer. So I bought 4 cans of vodka. So I've already got some wine in the house. So tonight I'll be drinking wine, making a curry, and then drinking Polish beer. So who needs pubs? Me. But yeah, well, so that means I can just walk just down here. There's a bus stop where I can get the 51 bus, which will take me back to Gleedless. Hopefully I can get on it. I'm hoping it doesn't just suddenly come around the corner now and then speed past the bus stop. So successful journey into town today. I've got everything I need, even the pork for the mooping, so I'm very happy about that. I'll be doing that Monday. Exciting times. I mean, if it does turn out like actual mooping, I'm going to be making about 30 of the things, so if it does end up tasting like mooping, I'll be very happy, because I've missed that stuff. I ate some amazing food in Southeast Asia, but I think that's probably was my favourite thing. Just couldn't stop eating it. Buy 2 from one stand and then eat them, and by the time you finish them there'd be another stand selling the same thing. All over the place in Bangkok. So right, what's this sign say here? Probably telling me that the bus doesn't come here anymore. Let's have a look. Okay, that's just, well, we're past the 7th of July anyway, I think, and it's only at night time, so I should be okay here. Let me just check that the 51 does stop here. Great information. Pretty certain it does. Alright, so just wait for the bus. Hopefully they accept contactless. This might be it actually. If it is, that'd be great timing. Come on, come on, there's no one on it as well. Yes! Fantastic. Hi, Gleedless Common. Gleedless Common. Just after Punch Bowl. Yeah. How much? Alright, fine now. Back on. Lovely, cheers man. Got the whole upstairs to myself. The guy didn't want to tell me how much it was. £2, so perfect timing. It's now, let's have a look at the time, 4:42. It'll take about 15 minutes to get back to Gleedless, which is just perfect. Time to unpack all my shopping, get all that put away, and go and watch the match. see the social distancing. It looks like it's one. Yeah, one seat out of 4 that's being used. There's this one, but then there's none behind me, none in front of me. So yeah, it's every 2 seats next to the window. So luckily the bus is not busy. Couldn't have timed that any better. It's been a bloody great, a successful trip to town today. Got all the ingredients, even stuff I wasn't planning on getting. No problems, nobody telling me to turn my camera off. Bus turned up straight away. Happy days. Now all there is to do is to go home, watch Sheffield United hopefully beat Chelsea, and have a drink and eat some curry. Fantastic.
This